Da, 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 da. Morning, everyone. This is a little bit different for multiple reasons. One, I'm out bright and early. Sun is just rising. Look at the mountains. Beautiful. Should I do a loop around St. Frane? Let's do a loop around St. Frane. First place I ever came to when we moved off the mountain. 5:41, slightly after sunrise, as I do believe the sun rose at a 5:38. And there's music playing, which was the other thing. The soundtrack to one of the greatest video games of all time, MMOs. I'm gonna go ahead and start up my bird list now as we're looking, because I'm gonna be driving through a couple of places this morning. E-bird. And calm down. Binoculars. We're off the road, nobody's here. And I can finally come to St. Frane. What do we got? Ospreys? No? Not seeing any. Wait, where's the nest? There it is. And there is one up there. Nice. Okay. We started right away this morning. I figure if there is any, that doesn't fit. Okay, grackle going overhead, osprey, grackle. If there's any music that I can play, it's music that I took off of YouTube in the first place from a video game. That I'm not saying it's fair use in any way, I understand that, and if it gets flagged, then there will be no music here. I will have put on the mourning dove, pair of finches, flying high up there. We've got heron, I think. Oh, field of deer. Look at that, there's like 8 of them. Oh, 8 or 9 of them. That's cool. I am currently and entirely caught up on my photo editing as of this morning. And now I'm not anymore. That's how that goes. What is it? May 23rd. It is the 23rd of May. I need to start entering these into the list. One of the few times I'll be able to do this, I actually got up when the alarm went off at 4:40, and I was like, all right, let me just get up and get going as soon as possible. Pair of geese. Bright. Does nothing. It's too low. That's okay. Look at that. Should have grabbed the landscape lens and camera because it's pretty. But that's okay. We're focused on doing birds today. And I can come to St. Frane's because I finally have my new plates with the park pass. So I'm just gonna do a drive through here. It's closed, but I have the pass, so just come to a stop. Any signs? Nope. Okay. This video game is what? I mean, it's much older than Starling. My theory today, I've started saying about 4 different things, haven't I? First of all, Another pair of geese, that's 2. We'll stop in a moment when I can use the phone. I'm just gonna get up here and do a look around. No, you're good, except for whatever you were doing, if you were dropping off. It does say no parking. I'm just gonna do a quick look around to see what's, yeah, there's a boat. Got a swallow out over the water. Not a huge amount of gulls. I usually see a very large amount of gulls around here. But I think that's usually, that's kind of during the winter. They may have spread out here. Up above there. There's a raptor, probably red-tailed. There's so much happening. Grackle. Nobody's around. Let's stop here and start entering. For goose. Morning dove, didn't see a caller. What else we have? We had the starling, had a grackle. Osprey was on the nest. Heron flying. I feel like it's been more than that. Swallow. Don't know what kind though. Just saw the second one. Osprey. That one's another osprey. Yeah, for sure. I can see the white and black. The other one may have been an osprey. You know what? I think that might be the same one. Because I'm not seeing anything and it's killdeer. Big and open. That might be one of the osprey and the other one stays on the nest. And I think they may trade based off of what I witnessed at one time, one thing. That could be the case, or it could have been a fluke. What do we got on the water? Nothing on the water. Surprisingly, not a whole lot around. All right, what kind of a swallow are you? White belly. What did they say? 6 kinds. Got the blues, the browns, and the blue and oranges. Is that what it was? Wait, no. There's a handy way to remember it, and I'm forgetting exactly what it is. What is going on here? There's like 6 cars. Bunch of grackles. No, there's just 3 people out here fishing. There's like 4 or 5 more. That's a red-winged blackbird. We got those. That was like 6 of them that just flew. Just gonna go down to the end, turn around, go loop over the other area. I don't think everything's gonna be from the car today, but most of it is. A couple more geese. Pelican coming in. Not gonna be able to see anything this way. Okay, let's enter those. Had a couple red-winged blackbird, had a pelican, more geese. I feel like I'm forgetting something already. The killdeer. Maybe something else. What is that out there on the water? Is that the pelican that just landed? No, those are geese off in the distance. Swallow. Probably a tree swallow. that dark and white maybe. I have to get better at the swallows for sure. There's red-winged blackbird. A couple more over there. Those. Something flying. Okay. The plan is to hit up a couple of places before going to the meetup that I will be at, because this is one of the few times where I will have this much time in the morning. We are right here at the end of May, and we don't move the meeting until 6. It's 7:30. It'll be 6:30 in June. So I'm up early. I'm almost entirely caught up. I haven't done any of the video editing wise, which is one of the things that keeps me like I thought about, I could get up and do some editing, but I think I'll save that for tomorrow. Technically, it's a holiday weekend, an unexpected one. I was just kind of snuck up being like, oh yeah, Monday's a holiday, which for me, I don't work Monday anyway, but it means I get Tuesday off, so it's a lot easier for me to kind of plan to do things that I wouldn't normally, because I'm like, that'll just take up a lot of my day off. I was planning on going out on Monday, and now I think I won't, or it'll be a short one. And I was planning on going out tomorrow, and that might get changed too, but for good reason. See, I'm looking. I guess we don't actually have to be going that fast because the speed limit's 15. There's another grackle. We've had a couple of those. There's another pair of geese. I just thought it would be fun to get a couple of locations, do a little look through. There's a robin. There's a pair of robins. Let's do the loop here, then the loop there, then we'll hit the road, head to the next spot. Do I go? Really? Yes, I usually do. Been a minute. Been a good couple. When did I buy the car? April? Could have driven the other one. Not like I haven't had other places to go though. Is there anything out here that I want to see? Checking the shoreline, looking at the birds. I'm going to look at this. I think my thought process today was like, okay, it's probably better, but here's a theory that you pick one spot and you fully look it over rather than going boom, 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 multiple in a row, and you're kind of rushing through them. But then I went, why not? Mourning dove. We had a couple robins and mourning doves. Probably put a few more red-winged blackbirds on there because I saw a group of those. Let's see, what was all the things that I thought of before doing this today? I thought of the fact that I had more time. I've talked about that because I won't have this much time again. I've got a fairly busy weekend. Talk more about that. The fact that I feel like big flying, where'd it go? There you are. That's the heron. There it is. Our second one. Because I did see that other one when we came in, I think. Yeah. Big slow wing beats, large wings. Yeah. Yeah. And here in the grass pecking through is a couple more starlings. At about 6 to, those are grackles. Okay, so 2 groups, starlings and grackles. Okay. Common, and that's where the theory is kind of like, I feel like I will see more. Oh, killdeer right in front of me in the road. Sorry about that. You wanna go on over with your quick little legs? Pardon me. Whoa. V-shaped geese. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 60, right around 60, roughly. Flock of 60 flying geese. That's the most number I've seen in a while since winter when they all kind of group up. That's cool. I'm just going to stick to the main area here rather than going through people's campsites. Because you can see, same rain, a lot of camping. Are those more geese? They're not in V. Well, they kind of are. Yeah, that's like another 12. 14, excuse me. So add 74. Can't go that way. We can. Got this field here. Rabbit. Yes, what was I saying? The weather lined up, it's bright and sunny, so right now is the perfect time to be taking, well, in a few minutes it'll be just light enough. We're right there during here in this golden hour. The sun has just peeked out. If we catch them in the right light, we could get a good photo. We could be a lot more mobile from the car. I am scanning a shoreline, but I'm not stopping. I am going to stop and enter in what we've seen so far since the last stop. And then I'll move on. Whoa, another big flock coming through. Man, they're out early. Okay, so those are not geese. Oh wow, wait, what? No, that can't be right. Am I foolish? No, those are totally dark. They also fly in V? I mean, that's not nearly as, really? And there goes the heron, or a heron, because there are a few around here. Hold on. What bird? It's Bluetooth to my car and it doesn't want me to. Seriously? Oh, no, wait, it was doing it. Okay, hold on. What birds fly in a V shape?
Geese, ducks, swans, cranes,
okay.
falcons, and ibises.
So it is more than that. Stop it. Also, get on the road. Okay, okay. So it was the geese the first time, but that was like 20 or 20 or 30 cormorants. I mean, the V shape makes sense, and it would make sense the more that we do it. I just didn't realize. I don't think I've ever noticed that before. Before we move on to that area, again, there's nobody out this early. There's plenty of people camping. That's why we're being nice and quiet, keep the music low, not stopping by anyone's place. Let me just throw some things on here real quick. What do we see? The first one, those were there, so that puts us up to like that many geese. Cormorants, surprisingly, maybe like 20, something. I didn't quite get a full count of those ones there, but those were cormorants flying, which I'd never seen doing that. That's pretty cool. We had more starlings. We had more grackles. I had more killdeer. There's the one that crossed in front of the car. We had some robins. Okay. There you go. Nobody's around, but I just saw a flash of color there going into that bush. Okay, it was the light. I can see it now. It's a female red-winged blackbird. It was the light on the underside of the tail that made it kind of look brighter. Heron, osprey. We've got, where's that overhead? Those are more cormorants, like 6 of them. There's a lot of cormorants out. Which I definitely see them around, so that doesn't entirely surprise me. It's cool. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 more I can put on the list. I'm going to come right up here, although I can barely see anything against the sun. Red-winged blackbird right on the ground. Sorry about that. Yep, my bad. Finish entering in. Just 2 more places I want to drive to, and then we will be done here. It's been what? 25 minutes at stop number 1. I've got about an hour and a half to go. Might not hit all the spots up. Was planning on going to 2 more places. Longmont today, but we'll see. Is that a rock? Think so. It's not moving. Yes, it is actually a pair of logs over there. There's the osprey. I'm not going to count multiple. I'm going to count 2 because I think I've been seeing the same one. There's a bunch more geese here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 with a grackle. 7, 8, 9. Are you crossing? Whoop. Where'd it go? It went back over there, didn't it? Yes, I think it did. Another robin. That's a nice van. You can't really see because now it's to the side. Pleasure Way. Is that the brand, or is that... I'd like to get a camping van one day. Won't be anytime soon, that's for sure. All right, we got a field here. Need to put on the sunglasses, but it's a bit hard to do that and then also do binoculars, camera, all of that. Grackle. I'd like to see a great-tailed grackle, but I haven't seen one of those in a couple of weeks. I'm gonna pull right across all these parking spots like a jerk. Take a look out here. There's usually something out there on the island. No. Oh, red-winged blackbird, and I can hear them. Here's several. Oh, I didn't get that swallow. I'm still thinking it's a tree swallow. More geese. And a bunch more of those. Come on. Some more from there. There. Oh, bright yellow. Oh, that may have been the chat. Yellow along the bottom and kind of brown up top. I think that's the chat. What else did I put? Up the osprey number and so we're just gonna sit right there. There's a very clear barn swallow. Oh, there's a bunch of them. Yeah, that one flying was, unless they come up. Oh, it's infrequent. Okay, infrequent but not impossible. Wish I'd gotten a picture of it. What else am I missing here? I guess it's just the wind hitting one particular spot. There's like a big amount of movement in the reeds right there. Anything else? What else am I missing? I feel like I've seen more. The swallows. I think we got a couple of those and the barn. I just saw a few of those. All right, one more spot. Yeah, that's a cormorant. I admit, I've been doing this a bit. I'm getting a little bit better at picking things out at a distance and with the naked eye. I'm getting more familiar with the shapes and whatnot. And it is the common ones like what we've seen today. That chat would have been the only one so far that threw me through a loop for a second. But I had an idea because I did see one more recently, last weekend. So with that, it is pretty nice that I am making some progress to spotting them quickly and easily, getting an identification, which is very useful. Not too much in the way, which is surprising, given how big the area is here. Well, maybe not. Okay, so I'm thinking about why there's not too many ducks, mallards, that kind. A couple more grackles. Another robin, confirmed. And I could see that they probably wouldn't want to be here considering how prevalent the osprey are. since I imagine the osprey would see their young and go snack. So that doesn't entirely surprise me, I think. I'm not going to count those geese because we just came through here and they're probably the same ones. We are going to go through here and up and around because right there at the end was that one time I saw that, I thought it was a heron. Well, there goes a swallow, maybe? Ducked into the tree. I saw a flash of white underneath. Kind of looking through. I know you can't see everything I see, unfortunately, because you just have the two angles. You just have to imagine, I guess. Yeah, up here on the right at this pond was that one time that I saw, I thought it may have been a night heron or black-crowned, you know. But I actually think after looking again, it was very brief but bittern, I think, is what if I remember correctly, was that 2 years ago now? Or was that just last year? I think it was 2 years ago. This year's been nuts. There's something up on top of that? No. Nor am I seeing anything there. Couple more red wings, couple more grackles. And the spot over here, the bittern spot where it was tucked back. Check the shoreline a little more closely since I know I've seen something here before. Nothing. All right, that'll do it for here. Keep an eye out as we go, and there's a good pond, and those are geese. No, there's a pair of mallards. Okay, there we go. There we go. Surprising. 2 males, though. Didn't see a female. Female may be on the nest with eggs. There are some that have already started hatching. Saw them last weekend. All right, so we can add more robins and grackles for sure. More geese. I think that may be it. A couple more robins. I know some people who just get a rough count, and then others who can like manage to keep an exact tally in their head as they go. For me, I think it's a lot easier for me to continually refresh. Like, it's interesting, and I don't know if that's something everybody will be able to do. I've never asked others to see if that's something like when they're out there counting. But that's how I've always done it when I'm walking, when I'm driving, no matter what it is, and I don't have my my phone immediately to enter it. Because usually it's also like, for me, I only ever did a handful, 5, 6, probably less than 10 before I grabbed the camera again, to the point where the phone was like in my hand most of the time. It was like phone and binoculars, to the point where I can be entering it as I go. It's much more of like, all right, I'm gonna do a group, get a couple, you know. As soon as I start getting like 3 or 4 different birds and the numbers of them, then I gotta stop and enter it, and then I just like reset that and then just start fresh. Be like, no, I've already entered those. Which is not something I expected to be doing regularly like this, but it definitely works. pull off here so that if we see anything on the way out, and we're going to throw a couple more. We had, what else is on there? Had more geese. We're up over 100 now, which makes sense. Saw 2 mallards. Got another morning deer. Look at the other things we saw here. We definitely saw a couple more robins. Way more grackles than 8. At least double that. Probably more red-winged blackbirds. Okay. I think that may be it. There's probably lots more, and that's where I'm... Okay, so let's come back to the theory of this. The theory is that if I were to stop, get out, walk around, and like fully look through an area and hang out for a while, I might see more species. Red-winged blackbird. Because I bet there's the other ones we've been seeing, like flycatchers maybe. Sparrows. Don't think I've seen any sparrows yet. Oh, there goes something. There's a flicker. I had the red on the wings and underneath. Okay, we can put a flicker. We can put another killdeer. See the white there. Flicker and killdeer. We are just about done at St. Vrain. We're gonna drive right out once we get past the end there. Before we get back on the main road, I'll stop the eBird. I think it might just be one other place. We'll drive past it regardless. We'll drive into a quick little look just from the car again. Might all be all car today. I wasn't planning on that, but looking at the time, when I would need to leave and whatnot. A lot of prairie dogs in that field. Oh, there's 4 or 5 sparrows. There we go. And you are cute. House. Nice. Okay. Gotta remember that. It'll be easier if I just keep the windows down because it cuts the engine. I know I can turn that off. I know some people don't like it. That's one of the most common things to find out. Because I had a question about like, okay, so what is it doing there? How is it, I wanted to know mechanically how that functioned. And the most common thing when you look it up is simply how to turn it off because people don't like it. I'm not going to count that mourning dove because I think that may have very well been the same one we saw when we came in here. But those were sparrows, killdeer, and flicker, and then I'm going to hit it. There's nobody on this road. Killdeer, flicker, and house sparrow. About 4 or 5 of those. 5 of those. 17 species at St. Vrain today. St. Vrain State Park. First time I've been back in a bit. There we go. 1 down. Maybe 2 more locations. Maybe. Yeah, it's not actually doing that part. Nothing. Sunglasses. So, since this is turning into just going to be in the car today the whole time. Nobody there. One moment. Don't have to get up to that much speed because there's construction and the speed limits are lowered. But yes, hi, 40 minutes in. I'm having fun. This is a good time. This has been quite a year so far. Oh, we're almost 6 months into it. More swallows. Those are probably cliff swallows because we're right over a bridge and they quite often make their nests there. That's what I'm guessing. This is like a whole thing, huh? But they're doing a lot of work on this road. I've been for quite a while. Probably gonna need to plug these things in here soon. What'd I bring? Ooh, like nothing. That's okay, I bet they'll last another, not quite an hour. Definitely less than an hour if I gotta be there in about an hour. I bet they'll last through the next 2 places, I hope, and then we'll call it there. They may stop before then, but I did not bring batteries. I didn't bring extra batteries. I didn't bring a battery bank, and I didn't bring any cables because all of those are in the other bag, which I took to Kansas. And I'm still, I guess, unpacking from that and getting back to other things because I didn't go out last weekend. Well, I mean, I did. I went out twice, but I didn't do a big recording. Did I record anything last weekend? I don't think I did. I may have, but I don't think I did. Oh well. I was planning to do this today. I was definitely planning to like get around, walk at a couple different places before going, assuming I woke up early enough. That was kind of the plan. It's like, if you can get up early, get out there, actually get ready early and leave early, then you can, you know, get to a couple different places before the main event. And then tomorrow I was thinking I would just do a quick walk around because tomorrow's going to be editing. I've got to get all the Kansas footage edited, which is, I don't even know yet what it's going to be like. I have zero thoughts or plans for how that's going to... I know I shot a lot, and I will probably throw most of that just up on Patreon. Splice it into a couple individual, because it was very different from the last trip I did. But there was just as much, if not more, this time. I don't know, that's a tomorrow problem. But I was thinking that might not take me all day and I could get up early and do that. Then we'll have friends coming over in the evening to play games, which will be fun. That has quite literally not happened the entire time we have lived here. This will be the first time. That's just something I was going to do. So that'll be like, you know, tidy up, make sure, go get some snacks and stuff beforehand, pull out the board games, dust off those that some have never been touched. That'll be fun. Excited about that. And then Monday, then that was going to be like, so Saturday was going to be walk around. I wasn't even going to talk, actually. All right, Maple Story, you're a little bit loud. Great, though. Great soundtrack. Oh, yeah. I always forget about Union Reservoir. I've heard about it multiple times. I can see it on the map up there, and I know that you can get to it and drive around it, but you can't go in it without stopping. That's not where I'm going. That would be a good place to go. I should probably remember that when I start doing a trip like this with a loop. is to stop by Union Reservoir because it's just a big place and that would be good. I really wanted to go to another reservoir because they've seen multiple times there or multiple people have seen over the last week. I think it was Wednesday or Thursday, there was a marbled godwit. Really wanted to see that, but that didn't work out this morning because that's kind of further out the other way from where I'm going. So that wasn't happening. But yeah, I was gonna do video on Monday, record video. I got the backpack ready and repacked everything, got it all ready to go. That was my plan, and I don't think that's gonna happen now unless I just want to do a very short little trip, because I will have to be fully back home, showered, ready to go, especially showered, by like 9. It's possible with the sun rising at 5:30. I might do it. I might. We'll see. I'm not making any promises because that is a lot, and I might be up late depending on how late games go Sunday night, but we'll see. And then a movie for the first time since I think 2019. I'm gonna go watch a movie in the theater. Bonnie and I are gonna go see The Mandalorian and Grogu. I'm quite excited about because that show's been awesome. I've watched it a couple times. She's now going through it. I did turn my mic on, didn't I? I'm just realizing that. Yes, okay, I can see the bar. Oh, we're a little above half battery, we're good. Let me stop in here at this little park. Dun, 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 dun. This one's kind of hard to see from the car, actually, now that I remember. The parking lot's just here, and you really can't get too much. There's something right there. See? Sunglasses. You're getting in the way. Also, I need to turn this down. Hey, a yellow-headed blackbird. That one's new. Okay, I'll take that. All right, you know what? I'm gonna get out, run real quick, take some pictures, look around. Back in a moment. I made a mistake. Oh man. I thought I pressed the button to record. I don't think I did get anything from that. That was really great, actually. Okay, what can we count for sure? For sure, the yellow-headed blackbird. There was a bunch of them. Like 6 or 7 right there. Excellent. Red-winged blackbird for sure. Red-winged blackbird, a couple of those. I didn't see a brown-headed cowbird. I was just thinking about it the last place, being like, man, there's a lot of grackles out here. The great-tailed grackle, there were multiple of those, and I get some good shots finally of that. I don't think I've managed to do that one before. It kept telling me that there was a yellow throat. There were a bunch of mallards out on the pond, which was nice. I even saw one little duckling, although I didn't get a picture of it because I was kind of going quickly. Speaking of going quickly, I need to go if I want to hit up that other place. This was good, though. It kept saying a yellow throat. I don't know about that, but yellow-headed blackbirds, red-winged blackbirds, finch, saw a jay right there at the end, blue jay, there were some geese out there, just looking through the most commons, didn't see any mourning doves, didn't see any gulls, or herons, or eagles, or hawks. I was only there for maybe 10 minutes. Kingbird, no, I think that was it. Oh, I did see a robin. Okay. Yeah, they were saying the yellow throat, the common yellow throat. It kept coming up repeatedly. All right, we gotta go. I really wish I'd pressed the button. Realized it at the end. All right, I kind of know where I'm going. And I know I won't be getting out. Oh, add a couple more to the list there. What is that? Oh, that's a Harrier. Nice. I saw the white rump patch and underneath. Okay. Cool. Good stuff. Good. Come on, switch over. Directions. Let's go. One moment. Yes, I understand. I am stopped. I'm parked. Let me take control of my map. Let's go. Here. Yes. Start. There we go. Okay. Whew, that was fun. Okay, so I thought, I took the camera, I put it on my chest, as I do. I thought I pressed the button, but I must not have, because then when I got back and I was walking towards the car, I pressed it again to stop it, and then I looked at it and it had just started, 1, 2, 3 recording. It's like, all right, so maybe not. Unfortunately, did I get all of that? It was 10 minutes, but like I basically walked up towards the water. I was looking around. I was hearing things, looking for that, trying to figure out what it was. And the calls that they make, I did record on my phone. I didn't do anything special, but I did grab the audio just in Merlin. It grabbed like 8 different birds there, but I only counted the ones that I know for sure I heard and can recognize, or what I saw with my eyes. So there was something small that caught my attention as I was walking up, right after I went, oh, that's the great-tailed grackle, because I've now seen one twice, ever. And there was one where we came out and the expert was like, if you listen, they sound wild. One moment, and then just like it makes this call that like I can't even begin to describe. The yellow-winged blackbirds, though, are the ones that make this like this drawn out, I don't know. They're going to be different, but I should have that if I remember to include that. I don't usually wind up pulling from my phone, and I don't know how to get the audio out of Merlin, but it was saved. I did press the save button, so hopefully I have that. For sure I have pictures of the great-tailed grackle, though, for sure. Its tail is much, much bigger than the normal common grackle, so that is noticeable without a doubt. Anybody coming? Yes. Away we go. Okay. But yes, there was something, as I was walking up on the tree, I went, oh, hello, because it was on the tree, and I thought, it was doing the behavior of a woodpecker, something along those lines. But then I saw a little bit, I swear it was yellow. It's tough to tell first thing in the morning. We are getting, the golden hour I think is done. We are past the hour and the color is starting to just go normal, not as much yellow. So usually you get a lot more yellow on the birds. It's a little bit harder to identify, but if there was some yellow, possible. A yellow throat is certainly possible, but I won't count it until I see it for sure. And I just did not get a good enough look at that for that little moment. I grabbed as soon as I could, but it was gone. And then I saw it around there. Or I saw something kind of flitting in the bushes that, who knows. Mountains are really pretty. Oh boy, we're having fun. Having fun today. I have to be on location in 45 minutes, so that will give me just enough time for a 20 to 30-ish minute drive through of the lake, and then we'll go. That'll be good. This is having a good time, seeing some birds. That great-tailed grackle, excellent. I don't know, it picked up a meadowlark, which is not uncommon for that area, so that's certainly possible. I didn't see it, I noticed it picked it up because it's my bird of the day. And I never thought twice about it, but it's something that somebody else was like, if you manage to get it where it's like, it's your bird of the day, and you've heard it does a little, like, and it was like, a friend of mine was like, I screenshot those whenever possible. So I heard my bird of the day, and I went, well, I can't not take a screenshot then. I don't think that's something I'm going to try to get into fully, but I did bring, we were talking about the audio and trying to get better audio and whatnot, and I was trying to look into an easy setup, because ideally the perfect thing would be the shape of a lav mic, but it's not. Most lav mics are omnidirectional, and they're meant to pick up voices more so, and be attached to clothing and be very there. But what I would want would be more like a parabolic, or the directional, a shotgun mic, but something so small I just attach it to my hat and run the cable down in my clothes and plug it into my phone. That's what this other guy's been describing, and I was like, that's perfect. What did he say? He was like, I don't know, that might be a little too weird. I was like, oh man, there'll be two of us though. We could both do it. It'll be great. So that's something that I would love to do, but I didn't have anything like that. What I did have was like the I've got wireless mics, a pair of those that I use with the wireless mic. I'm completely distracted. I was reading what that guy's sign said, unfortunately. There's a fair amount of that in Longmont. And I don't entirely, I mean, it's everywhere, like, homeless or unsheltered. I think there was a different term for it at one point. Anyway. It's unfortunate, the situation, no matter what, but the wireless mics that I have are something, they're slightly better, it does do better, and more importantly, I can get it off of the phone where I'm holding it, doing that, and I can actually like plug in. They're not they're the USB ones that I have. I use them occasionally with my phone. They're not great quality or anything, but they do all right. I tested it at home, just kind of like pointed out the window. But because they're wireless, what I can do is, if there's one, because we've now had multiple occasions where we are really trying to pick up a warbling vireo, and they're very hard to spot, but you will hear them more so, and that gives me the ability to plug that into my phone and go, okay, well, hold on, and I can drop one place and drop one another, because there's a pair of them if I need to like spread them out. Or, when we're in the group and we're doing this, that's basically what I'm thinking of, is more so when we're out doing this more than me recording on my own, because I can be quiet, but if there's a big group of people, not everybody wants to stop talking unless there's like a really rare bird or something. But like for me to get audio, I can take one and just, take the mic, drop it on a post or, whatever it is, walk off, let that go, and I can still be monitoring it on my phone and listening for what birds it's picking up and get better audio than out of there. And if people are still talking, then that's fine. I can drop it and, come back for it or whatever it is. So I brought that. That's something that I was thinking about. When did they put the beach in to Maple Story? Because I think that's what this is from. I forget the name of this particular track or that beach area that we went to. It was cool. I feel like I don't remember. I was definitely there when they released it, because I was there when they released a lot of stuff. I put so much time into Maple Story. You have no idea. It's one of those things I was trying to calculate the other day, and I was trying to think about it, because I was making a list for my video game website of every game that I completed or put a significant enough time into for some of them, where it's like, oh, these are uncompletable games. An MMO is not something that you can complete realistically, but I put thousands of hours into it, multiple thousands of hours, I mean, just take the time of one summer, I think it was over the course of a summer, where I would sleep for about 8 hours. I needed about 8 hours of sleep, and I would typically get that. And then I would wake up, get on the computer, and play for 16 hours. Sometimes stop for food and breaks, but it was, a shower or whatever, but it was minimal. And it was basically, call it 15 hours a day for like 3 months straight. Whatever that works out to be. Plus all the many, many, many hours of playing outside of that. It was by far, I wonder, it's multiple reasons. One, I was kind of coming up with the list of games and things like that and the amount of time I put into stuff. And then the secondary portion of that was the main game that I'm playing, another MMO, Elder Scrolls Online, which I've talked about before extensively because I really enjoy it. I'm fully back into that currently. And that one is approaching, that one tracks it so I can always know, and that one is approaching 2,000 hours, which that is an incredible amount of time. That is a lot. And I enjoy it very much. But anyway, MapleStory, I you know what? For as old as the fact that I was thinking about this because I never play music in the car, but I am doing it here and now for this, because I was like, it's good. It's not, I don't think going to get flagged. If it does, then I've learned my lesson, but I just figure, for as old as it is and the fact that people play it's video games, but I'm not using it in the video game way, it's a real dicey gray area, but I wanted to have something playing. And here we are at the park. It definitely was over 20 years ago. Oh, for sure, because that summer was after I burned myself out with karate and I didn't have much else to do. We weren't hanging out with friends or anything. And that happened when I was 15. So by that point, I think that was the big summer, was 15 or 16, because I wasn't doing my babysitting job. That would have been 2005 or 6. So yeah, it's over 20 years. I mean, the game is older, but I didn't get into it right when it first launched or anything in North America. Red-winged blackbird, I should start the list. Pretty dry out there. You got a mallard. I should have my other binoculars, but they're in the back. I'm not gonna grab them. We'll go around here. Since you're choosing to walk in the road for some reason instead of the sidewalk with everybody else, I don't know why. Whatever. Let's see, we had a mallard, red-winged blackbird. Checking. There's some movement there. Oh, what are you? Ooh, females. Females with black bills and brown bodies. Ugh, I don't think that's definitely not the mallard. But what is it? I don't know. There's another mallard. Yeah, their bills are totally black. There's no yellow to them.
P-E-L.
Oh, quiet.
L-A.
That didn't work anyway. I was just trying to go to the next, start putting the directions in so I know how far it is, but that didn't work. Got it up here though. Yeah, there it is. But how far away is that? 6 minutes. Okay, cool. Not far. We could spend some time here. It wasn't the gadwall. Got a couple mallards. What were those female ones? Possible ruddy duck. Possible, but unlikely. I've been wanting to see the ruddy duck as well. I don't think I have a picture of it. It's one that I noticed the other day when I was getting everything fully done on the site because I had so many entries to put in there. What did I get to? I think my total count is 172 now for species that I've identified and recorded in some way. There goes a crow. Yep. Big crow. Was it 171 or 172? I can check. Pull up my website, my tracking website to see 172. That's pretty cool. Oh, did I bring the macro lens? I think I did. What is this tree here? Huh. I wonder if I can get a picture of that through the windshield. I think I can. I'll plant net that later with that app because I am very curious what that is. I'm far more trying to pay attention to the nature, the trees, learn what types of trees are and things like that. And I don't know about that one. I don't think I've ever paid attention to something like that. That one there was a lot of green, but like bunches of yellow. I'm gonna pull it into here behind this person and actually throw it in the park and stop and look. Bunch of geese out on the water. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Got some swallows. Hard to tell what the swallows are. I need to remember. I'll have to ask again. I see some white. I see some brown. Enough to make a guess, but not enough to really get a good, solid ID. Anything up in the trees? This is where I saw a mountain bluebird at one point as I was driving. I don't remember. I think it was further back there because it was a pine tree. It definitely was something that made me stop and go, "Ooh, what's that?" That's more geese that are out ahead of me. When do they start? It's almost June. I'm kind of surprised it's like as late as it is. I feel like they would have had, eggs by now. But not yet. Not yet. All right. Going up on the curb. Yep. Step up. Just watching the geese. Okay. Not seeing a whole lot out here. I am noticing, I almost did the same thing, and I guarantee you it's for the exact same reason. If you look at the curb, there are marks all over it with tire scrapes, black marks where people have hit the curb. And I know that's partially parking, people coming to the park and they're trying to get close. I do that all the time, but I guarantee you what I almost did there, which was run into it because I was looking out here instead of paying attention to where I'm moving. Probably also similar for others. Oh, that's cute. Old man with an old dog sitting out on his porch in the morning, and his other dog. I got permission from the owner. I saw him like, all right, go ahead. And they're clearly friendly and know each other. And the guy is just loving on the dog. That's cute. Very cute. All right, let's go around here. I'll stop here at this point. See what I can see from this vantage point. Kind of surprisingly not as much as I would have expected, honestly. For as poppin' as this lake is, I mean, there's lots of swallows. I can see, I think, a magpie over there. There's a heron. There's some stuff, but like not as much as I was kind of expecting. Oh, there we go. Stop it. It's fine. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Probably about 20 pelicans. That's something. Don't see that every day. Group of those over there. What did I just say? The heron. I saw another crow, I think, pretty big and black. I don't think it could be anything else. Closer to the edge here, we've got, oh, those are some grebes. Pied bill. That's cool. I think that's what that is. A little hard to tell through the, let me try to take a picture. Creep right up here. There goes geese flying in. Oh, let's see if I can't get a picture of you right there. No? Okay, that's a duckling. Getting bigger. Maybe not. I saw the little bill, but you know what? I think they're ducklings. I didn't see any parents, though. A group of about 3 of them. Oh, there we go. Yeah, that's a mallard. See, that's the difference. That, without a doubt, is a mallard with some ducklings. Orange on the bill, though. Female. Oh, yeah. Look at that. Aw. Bunch of little ducklings. And the mom. Basically at the end here now. It's a big place, that's for sure. Big water. Ooh, what just went up into the tree? Something did. Let's see if we can't get around to here and look at that tree. What was that? Something went up into the tree. I don't see it at all. Dang. There's a starling. For sure a starling. For sure a goldfinch. That's cool. Another pair of starlings over there. There come the ducklings on the water. Oh, that's nice. That's a flycatcher. It's gonna be a bad photo because it's through the windshield. Can I? It's like right ahead of me and up. I don't think I'm gonna be able to get a shot, and it moved. Okay. Wait and see if it comes back. Is it there? Whoop, moved. Okay, it's definitely hanging around right there. I'm gonna get out and take some pictures. Be right back. we're still going. All right. What kind of flycatcher was that?
Recording. 3 channels started.
Maybe the least. Or dusky? It wasn't olive-sided. I just saw that one for the first time. Hopefully that's out by now. I don't think least. I think dusky. I don't think gray. I gotta get going, but I look at the photos again. Got a clear shot of it. Oh, you know what? There is a bit more yellow than I expected. You know what? Yeah, with that bill. There's a bit more yellow. No white eye-ring though. Oh, but they both have that. I don't know. I didn't want to start talking too much right there. All of the flycatchers are infrequent for here, but like that for sure was a flycatcher, and I think it was closest to the least, maybe. I think I'll update it when I get home and I can actually look in the book. There were 2 turkey vultures. It was just like while I was out there looking at the flycatcher and getting pictures of it, I kind of pulled back and looked around the rest of the area and I was like, oh yeah, sitting right up at the top of the tree right next to us, just a pair of turkey vultures looking up there. I heard people talking about them and looking. All right, I gotta get going for sure. But excellent, excellent, excellent. Is that everything? The robins. Oh, I heard a flicker. That was the other one that I was like, I knew there was another one in my, like, once I reset northern flicker, I heard one, and that was enough for me to confirm it. 2 turkey vultures in northern flicker, the pelicans, the herons, the mallards. There were more mallards than that because there were a bunch of little ducklings. Flicker, I heard. I saw some crows, starlings, robins, a goldfinch, red-winged blackbird, more than one of those for sure. And I put the least flycatcher for now. I got a good picture of it. I'll be able to look at it much more closely when I get back home and I've got the book and I have more time, but that is not today. For today, I gotta get going. Nobody coming, nobody coming. And that's gonna do it. A fun time, a good time. I enjoy it. Yeah. What else is there to say? This is great. A great time. I'm really glad that I got out early to do this. I think I should be able to make it there in plenty of time. I'm basically ready as it is. Since I've got my sun hoodies now, I picked up a couple of these. With the fact that, like, if the sun starts getting too much on the back of my neck, I can pull the hood up and it's lightweight, it'll keep me cool, I won't get hot. It's pretty nice for that. And I got some cargo pants that aren't fleece lined because I realized all my cargo pants were fleece lined. I did that. I purchased that stuff. I'm out in the car listening to MapleStory music. That's just on a hard drive, or on an SD card inserted into the car, so it's there the whole time. I always have it. We possibly saw a new species. I didn't expect to see that today. I was figuring this was just a go see everything, but like getting a better photo of the great-tailed grackle was excellent. That was a much closer one. It's as dark as it is, but it's in the, it was up on a branch in a tree, so it's all sky background, which is about the least ideal condition I think I can have for a bird that is so very dark. But I'll take it. You can clearly see the tail. I've got audio, hopefully, if I manage to pull off the Merlin recording, so that's great. I need to record them outside of Merlin. It's really useful for doing that, but it actually would be more useful. I don't know if I can run 2 audio recording ones at the same time with the mics. I'll have to test that. But hopefully that, and I've seen that one before, but I don't remember if I put it in. I'll have to check my list to see if I counted that, because technically I did get a picture of it, but it's terrible. It was at this location a couple months ago at this point. Yeah, I think that may have been back in March when we first ever saw or heard both the great-tailed grackle, and it was really far out there. It's not a good photo by any stretch of the imagination, but like that was good. And then some kind of flycatcher. And the only other flycatcher I've managed to identify was last weekend with an olive-sided flycatcher, and that is much easier to tell because it's got a stripe straight down the middle of it. This did not have that. It's just like there's a couple different options there between the dusky, the least, the gray, the willow. Like just looking at the images there in Merlin and comparing them to what I was looking at, there could be one of those, but which one, I don't know. I'll have to take some time with the book to really look through and figure out what it is. Excellent day, great. Not done yet, but this will be the end of my recording. I'm gonna go hang out with friends and take more pictures of birds and walk around now. This is great. I don't know how much more I'll be able to do this early in the morning because we'll be going to 6:30 with a sunrise of 5:30, and it's a bit much. That's not quite enough time. I could do a little one. I might do that since I'm just up early anyway. We'll see. We will see. All right. Thanks for coming along for this drive, mostly, as I went around and looked at birds. Bye, buddy.